Good evening, everyone, and welcome you all on the Career Coffee Show on Radio 1.0. And let me give a brief introduction about this show. Well, as the posters have rolled out on several social media platforms, and it was really good response received by you all guys, I really feel ecstatic to start with a program that is exclusively calling you all to come up with the queries, and I'm all ears to you. To begin with this session, I would like you to understand that who I am and why this career show has begun. Well, to start with, I would like to introduce myself. I'm a professional profile builder who has assessed more than 1,500 profiles of varied professionals. And it gives me an immense opportunity to begin this career talk show that will allow a bandwidth for all the upcoming professionals who are seeking guidance to take up a step further for transitioning on their lives, that is, moving from the college life to what exactly needs to be counter when it comes to step into the corporate life. So today's topic that we are going to discuss will help me to understand what problems do you face when it comes to content writing. By the same time, the question is quite interesting to leave a thought process on is how you can manage your content that can grab an opportunity to earn an internship or a final placement jobs. Okay. Since me and my associate are beginning this roller coaster ride, wherein we will bring upon some interesting yet twisted content on the topics which are very common. Yes, it is very common, but still professionals are looking out the best varied solutions. And in coming time, this career talk show will be inviting the industry experts from various fields that will allow you to ask industry-based queries one-on-one basis. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Apart from this Career Coffee show has picked up the news that has been broadcasted during the week, which will be collated and shared with you all on the comments section below. That link will be shared by you all at the time when we are on live. And if you guys have missed reading, can save it as a bookmark for the future references. Guys, this career talk show is not about me talking immensely on topics which are commonly subjected and has been commonly spoken out by other professionals as well. My major agenda is to actually come up with the career mentor sessions sort of a program that enables you to come out and feel free to ask queries on how you are subjecting those problems on day-to-day basis. And that's why I'm only focusing this show for the upcoming professionals, that is the graduates who are coming up to base their work and step into any corporates, or you can say on any field for which they want to make their careers forward. So today's topic is not only helping you to manage how you can write a content on resumes, or how you need to upgrade your LinkedIn profile, or how you need to sync the content between your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and also how you can address on the emails when you are uploading your resumes and sending across for the various job positions. It is all about to help you guys to understand how important it is to streamline your thinking process, to work on your content, and be rigorous and continuous in building up your content with a constant effort to which opportunity can help you to gain a best results. So in coming time, you will see a bag full of surprises just awaiting for you guys, and leave all your worries to me, as a career professional mentor, a career discussion mentor, also a profile assessment. I call myself as a profile critique. It helps me to understand the nuances that one-on-one basis you guys are facing and how you can overcome those problems by just thinking on simple 5 building solutions. Wow, I'm giving you a quite good tips, right? 5 profile building solutions, or probably how you can take a profile assessment tour. So once you have prepared your content, you want it to be proofread, or probably you want others to read before taking it to live. Live means uploading it to any job portal, or uploading it on LinkedIn, or probably sharing it with recruiters, with hiring managers, with respective organizations, or applying to any sort of openings hassle free. We are really fortunate upcoming professionals, and yes, I'm using this word because the time when I began my career, the concept called LinkedIn was nowhere. The concept of Orkut, the social media platform, was just begin, and the theme to interact or to grow networking was just slowly and gradually was building its base. Today's time, LinkedIn has played an immense opportunity to gauge networking, to gauge you guys as an audience, and read certain sort of tips, trends, fads, tricks to help you earn internships. At the same time, it also believes that LinkedIn social media platform has enabled you guys to find a suitable job opportunities that can leverage your career interests, that can upskill and make you earn your livelihood. So let's begin the journey to build a profile that resonates with you. So this topic, which is how you can manage the content that can help you to grab an opportunity, is emphasizing on the term called content that is helping you to define yourself in the physical absence. You guys won't believe, I should say it's unbelievable, but this statistics is correct. In 2020, during COVID times and post-COVID times, on an average, the recruiters were reviewing 400 plus profiles on the same job postings. For each job posting, can you believe, 400 plus profiles were reviewed? And it was quite literally that their eyes got tired, and to read the same monotonous terms were actually made them fed up. That fed up was because they especially were going through the same sort of style of reading, because the same sort of style of formatting the resume, the same sort of terms which were not helping to distinguish a professional with what actually that professional was quantifying, with using other academic credentials or probably showcasing their work experiences. And it was unbelievable to extract which profile is better than whose. So please, I like you to understand what were those monotonous terms that actually made the recruiters to take a roller coaster ride. Well, those monotonous terms were design thinking, intellectual thinker, thinking strategically, program succession, behavioral thinker, hard worker, good communication skills, behavioral expert, concise communicator, and etc. So imagine If your content is rejected even from the people who have a great work ethic, how will you believe? And how will you face that? How will you take it if anybody who has a good work ethic, or probably the recruiters who have the job, they have their main identity to best pick talents and make them place to best pick roles. If they reject your resume, how will you feel? What could be probably the best solution that you would like to understand and like to know when it comes to accepting your content? And accepting your content could mean you are grabbing a reader's attention to hold for 5 seconds and go through your LinkedIn profile. You will grab 7 seconds of a reader's attention to assess your resume. And you will grab 1 second reader's attention to read your email content. What is the one word that I have spoken simultaneously? That is to earn the attention. Use appropriate heading, and that heading needs to be used as per the industrial keywords. That defines your roles and skills that evidently makes your profile a worth leading look. So a profile could be anything. It could be an Insta images. You will definitely not use keywords on it, but you will definitely put on some of the pictures on Insta which will give you a professional look. So where exactly these industrial keywords you will insert? Definitely you end up only writing it on your LinkedIn professional webpage, or you can design your own resume where you can construct your website, your personal website, which allows you to insert professional diary, which can demonstrate your work experience, which can highlight your achievements, which can contribute to your success, can make a video resume. But more than that, it is evident to first think over on a piece of paper that is going to help you to define you and give an edge over others. Do you need a minimum? Okay, I just want to say one more thing on this. You need a minimum 6 hours of work to work on your resume. Yes, you have heard rightly. You need minimum 6 hours of work to work on your resume. A cover letter is outdated. Please don't make it an additional attachment when you are addressing any job posting, recruiter, organizational expert, hiring manager. Instead, make an email content, define yourself, and initiate a dialogue with the reader and show your keenness to apply for the job. Do you know the content restricted to 560 word limits actually grabs the reader's attention? Do you know 63% of the content is simply rejected by just misspelling or some grammatical mistake, and it completely ruins on your hard work? What is the solution for that? Install Grammarly.com. Do you know 76% of the content presented to a piece of paper was rejected on the grounds of unprofessional email addresses? Do you know you can customize your LinkedIn URL address and make it shorter and easier, which constrain because your one-page resume or a one-page profile restricts the page size, also the space. So it helps you to modify your LinkedIn URL that will actually help the recruiters to remember you. Secondly, it will shorten up your name and it will not buzz with some extra words which LinkedIn AI board system has automatically linked with your profile. You have to actually think from scratch on how you went and how you can go on an extra meal to achieve what you have so far. You have to schedule the mock drill practice to what you can speak and justify to end receiver. And that's why I, Shruti Goyal, come forward to be all ears. I conduct mock drill sessions on one-to-one basis and help a person, especially the upcoming professionals, to understand that what is the importance of writing a content and how you can demonstrate that content when it is being asked from you. But it becomes quite simple if you remember some tips while you engage to complete a task and understand what all companies are coming during the campus placement drive. Study on the current industry trends. Try to capture useful information on the top skills engagement and how post-COVID can help your skills to be best utilized. You guys also should understand that working from remote areas also demonstrates your skill sets, and it can very well help you to earn your living sitting back to your home. There is no much constraints and restrictions now post COVID-19 that you have to shift your base to major cities and grab an opportunity. For this, what you need to do? Grow your networking. LinkedIn gives you a complete package from networking to engaging in reading the most awaited news on employment opportunities. Hold on. Please read the job positions first before applying. Avoid white lie. Give an outlook that aesthetically pleases to showcase you in real. Remember, every word is counted when interfaced personally. It's a virtual time. How can you interface personally? Well, taking a Zoom personal interview is also interfacing personally. So guys, here is a catch. Try to demonstrate yourself. Try to portray your content, which will definitely reflect your personality and will outbound you. Avoid heavy usage of words. Heavy words could mean using inappropriate adjectives that is not reflecting to your personality, or probably as an upcoming professional, it will not suit to the background from where you're working or from where you come from. Shifting or deviating the focus would actually lead the content to trash. No matter what skill you owe, a right compelling narrative with a human touch will give an edge over others, as the first impression contributes to the final decision to offer you the opportunity, isn't it? So hold on, I need to also say one more thing to you. Your content is also going to be assessed by 3 primary audiences. And who are those audiences? One is an ATS board system. That is an artificial intelligence discovery that actually has helped during the COVID times to help across the career professionals to assess 750 plus profiles for each job postings. Actually, it is 400, but I'm saying 750 because the postings on HR, marketing, sales, even in operations, on an average, the recruiters had overseen, or you can say screened past the resumes on an average of 750 resumes. It's quite huge, but it had happened. The COVID has drastically changed the entire working system. And I'm sorry to say, but we need to face this time. So, the first primary audience is the ATS board, and you have to work efficiently to roll out your one piece of paper, which is your resume. 2, get a standard layout format to get the information processed under those standard layout format, to get yourself screen passed on the basis of artificial intelligence programming that is only and only looking on certain set standards being discovered and modified by hiring managers. So whether it is a plain content, plain document, you have to follow that procedure. There is nothing which can go beyond the ATS board procedures. The second audience that you need to focus is on hiring manager. Why that hiring manager actually requires you for that position? Will you be the best candidate to prove the team? Will you be the best candidate to accommodate with your hiring manager and work as per the schedules? Will you actually turn over the results and give impactful suggestions to the hiring manager that can help in growing the team immensely? The third audience that you need to focus is, at the end, the CEO and CFO of the company. And it eventually happens when your resume has been screen passed from these two audiences. How can you assess that your profile is being worked on a right direction and is good to go to screen pass from these three audiences? Take feedback. The second very thing that I really want to gauge you is take feedback. Start connecting, grow your network. Don't be shy. Try to circulate your content with your mentor, and mentor could be your professor or the senior supervisor who has given you directions during your internship time. It could be your freelance projects where you have received immense feedbacks from the clients for whom you have done the projects. It could be the placement coordinators of your college. Solicit the opinions about how competitive your content is and are you achieving the goal that you are targeting. You can also start networking with your batchmates and try to pick up a serious batchmate who is going to give you a best critique. Don't shy. Don't be shy. Connect the dots. Always see that content should not vary according to the requirements. So if it comes to write a content on a simple piece of paper, which can help you to define it as your resume, always remember the term ATS, that is Applicant Tracking System Software, which is used by almost every organization these days to track and manage candidates. This is quite evident that you need to strictly follow the steps and ease out with the profile building solutions that makes your content stand out. And I am just giving you the 5 profile building tips in this talk show that is going to help you to resonate with you. You can check on the websites which helps to understand ATS more clearly. There are certain websites called JobWhite, Greenhouse, Lever Tool that is easily available in the market, and you can post your resume along with the job description for which job position you want to apply for, and you can check some keywords, some standard topics, some standard highlights that can help you to define you. So try to create your resume in Google Docs. I personally use Google Docs, honestly, because it helps me to define clearly the headings, subheadings on the resume. And or you can use updated version of MS Word. Always export your resume as a PDF before you send it. Don't use anything exotic like Adobe Illustrator or Canva. Keep the font straight, accurate to reading, well-capped margins, and segmentize the headings chronologically. I just want to ask you guys honestly, you read a book because that has been systematically concise the pages and the running pages are meaningful to each other. Similarly, if you are actually placing your content chronologically and also giving a right font size to reading, it will gradually grab the reader's attention. So this is quite common, basic, but still I'm repeating it because it needs to be remembered. Your content intake on your resume grabs 25% gauge when you highlight your profile summary section. So better prepare yourself to have a nice, crisp idea to write with simplicity. If you are a first timer, you want to earn internships, or those who have done multiple internships during the period, always remember to gauge the reader with what you have achieved while undertaking any projects. It could reinstate your ability to project what you are best at, how you should definitely correlate with what you have mentioned on your key skill set headings. So definitely matching is required. Use an effective action verbs to begin your achievements. Try to engage the reader with short sentences, yet capturing and compelling statistical figures if you have achieved scores, quantified the projections, or simply involved in the IT-related projects. Those professionals who are working for data mining projects, IT-related projects, even in the marketing and sales, and you have actually worked under your supervisor and you have grew the sales when you were doing your internship tenure. It could also be an HR who has facilitated training and development sessions, or it could be a project manager who has taken care of the escalations during the project. You can simply use those statistical figures, or those professionals who have worked in a social organizations, being a community initiatives. If you have come upon certain new initiatives or you have helped across the communities with your ideas, you can quantify that. So remember, knock out the basic details for each past experience in your first pass. Don't write the bullet points, just heck of it. You can always try to pick online projects that can also help you to add an additional activities covered on your profile. So try to pick live projects you have opportunities these days through LinkedIn. There are other freelance work, live websites where you can pick up these freelance projects and take minimum 100 hours work to complete that project. Why I'm saying 100 hours of work? Because it leverages the authenticity. So how can you elaborate the content that best fits on individual platforms? Individual platforms would mean your LinkedIn, it could be your website, it could be obviously your resume. At the end, you need to sync with your email content. Define yourself in your physical absence. Try to engage yourself in brainstorming. So I would really like you to start making multiple copies of your resume, brainstorm it. After working 6 hours, just close the document. The next day you can again pick up. You can take around 2 hours or 3 hours to read. Make a copy and make additions in that copy. Make multiple resume versions. But when you are submitting your resume or uploading your resume to any job posting, please do remember, make your template name as your name along with the resume version. Don't give incomplete name to the document, as it is going to reject your resume when it comes to screen pass the AI board. Proofread your content and be selective. If you have taken 30 odd internships, for instance, don't try to elaborate each 30 activities. Try to demonstrate the amalgamation of your work that is best fitting you with certain skill sets. For example, now these days digital marketing is a hype. At the same time, it's a very common subject that every other professional wants to build their career in. So if you have picked up, suppose 15 odd internship projects or capstone projects under digital marketing space, what is a common function that you have worked under those 15 capstone projects? It could be anything. Try to emphasize that most, and you can just name the name of the projects that you have undertaken and demonstrate the best activities or outcomes that you have covered from those 15 projects. So those 15 projects should not mean that you have to cover 15 odd points, but you can also instill 5 odd or 10 odd points using quantifying the results, telling how you were efficient when you're working with supervisor, how your skill has re-established to make a decision for you to have a career progression, how that has helped you to define you as a professional. So taking all these nuances in mind, you can be selective. At the same time, you have to proofread time to time. This is actually going to push you to think broadly and will help you to continuously prepare your answers backed with instances when it comes to interview rounds. It is also help you to make multiple resume versions iterated as per the job positions available in the market. So guys, jog your memory. What actually did you and you can do eventually? Be simple. Pick up instances from internships or capstone projects you have revolved your concern to get a final placement offer. Be selective. Choose wisely the project tenures. Justify to what you have spent hours on. Take your responsibilities ardently and well judge that on the grounds on how these projects have helped you to prepare to work. Is your professional pro-efficiency can help you to be proud on yourself. The time duration you have picked up has actually evaluated your key skill sets. Who influenced or mentored you to work? What was your biggest challenge and what impacted you to leave an impact during the project and interfaced to accomplish the task? Did your internship help you to grow networking? And would they consider you to offer the final job? Focus to get all the information and write crisply. Don't labor over the specific words either on LinkedIn or on your resume. The content becomes quintessential to match your work on your resume, LinkedIn profile, and email content. Feeling overwhelmed? Start reading profiles. Grow networking. Remember the tips shared with you now. Think about the stories you want to tell, the directions you're going in, the messages you want to share within your network, with your seniors, with new connections, with professional associates. Feeling good? Awesome. Build your content that resonates with you. I have already shared news links of the week in the comment section. You can simply click and read the topmost readings of the week. Also, if you want to come forward to read the topic of today's discussion, I will be rolling out the article on this soon, and you can visit to the website called www.yourresumewithshruti.com. Apart from this, I've also collated some of the interesting articles regarding to career transitions, career making decisions, the topmost skills, how you can pick the best career of your choice. You can definitely go to the website and can read those content. I want to take a leave now as we have exceeded time, but it was since the first day of the career show, live show, which we are bringing you with many aspects coming around in coming time. We are going to meet you on every Fridays with well-dated questions from you guys. Come up with the queries. I'm all ears to you. Thank you guys for listening. Good night and have a nice weekend.